Hello, everyone. My name is Malik Train. Today we have a good show going on with Bass Queens. That's with Sarah and Stacy from last week. They're going to be giving us health, beauty, and fitness secrets for curvaceous women. Also, we have today Mr. Ronald Lewis of Donk Boards. Also, which is a skateboard. This is really what they call a longboard. He's going to tell us the difference. So, on one hand, we have two beautiful women, and on the other hand, we have a skateboard, aka a longboard for health and fitness. And we're going to see how these two things they literally fit together. Today on Health Awareness Talk. Sarah, could you tell us a little bit about the Bass Queens and what they're all about?
Yeah, it's a little group we're trying to get together like a project, with more events and more like so fashion tips, with plus size women, trying to get a little bit of awareness for health and fitness and fun for the big ladies.
Okay, that's something that's definitely needed. Would you consider yourself as being a big lady, Sarah?
Of course.
Uh huh.
Belongs to us love.
Okay. What is the difference between being the big lady and being clinically obese or somebody who's just plain out just overweight?
Well, my definition of that's totally different than everyone else's. I would go with, plus size is many different forms. There's a lot of people out there that can. Oh, cancel this out. A lot of people out there with the plus size benefits of athletic and the fashion. There's a lot of plus size fashion coming up.
Mm-hmm.
There's a really awesome website with the Simply Be. It's really affordable.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There's the extremely obese that do nothing but eat Cheetos. I I want to describe this. Let's throw it to Stacy.
uh-huh.
Well, I mean, you have your healthy curvy, and then you have obese. There's curvy, you've got your curves, and obese.
There's no shape.
There really isn't a shape, and uh, most likely a lack of interest to have fitness. And fitness is important no matter what size you are. It doesn't matter what size you are, honestly, but fitness is a big part of having good health. And if you want to live, you've got to have decent health and your hygiene.
Some kind of fitness.
You got to have fitness, and a lot of people resort to cardio. So
Okay, that's definitely it. I know it's part of your fitness routine, Sarah. You leg press how much?
900 pounds current. I'm trying to get that to 1,500. That's my goal.
Wow, that is a lot of leg strength. And then like the pictures and stuff that we got on the video, it definitely shows you got some very thick legs when he shows the pictures and things like that. I mean, you wouldn't think they'd be that powerful, but wow, man, what you think
Look
about?
into the leg press competitions, and there are, I would say it's a growing event for plus size ladies to do the powerlifting and the leg press competitions, especially in our area. it's
Wow.
something for them to do. It brings in a little more fitness with the weight training and, not as much cardio.
That's definitely it. Ronald, what you think about a woman leg pressing 900 pounds?
I feel nervous, but I think it'd be a great aspect for actually kind of strengthening your legs if you were actually to skateboard or longboard, and it could kind of complement your whole exercise. Maybe even giving your legs a little rest.
Yeah.
With the skateboard.
Yeah, that's definitely it. So I could see one of you got a company called Donk Boards, correct, Ronald?
Correct, I do. And we've been around for about 4.5 years now, and created a product that's in the longboard category, which is more for just kind of long distance. There we go. Long distance skating, basically. Land paddling. It's not for the tricks or getting in the ramps or kind of the traditional skateboard kind of activities, but it's a product that will hold somebody that is up to 300 to 350 pounds. So we've kind of created a market where we can get customers that don't feel comfortable getting on a penny board, where they have these, these small skateboards where, sometimes the foot space isn't even big enough for you to even get on there. But our boards are to the size that people feel comfortable getting on. With the land paddling, you can actually use a stick, kind of like stand-up paddling, and actually get a little bit more stability and actually land paddle. When I say land paddle, you use your arms with the long stick, and you can kind of skate at the same time.
Wow.
But it's an overall good product, I think. And we've had a great success over the last 4 years. We're starting to hit other countries now, and having a great time with it.
Super. How big are those wheels?
The wheels are actually, they're about 6 inches in diameter. This is one of our wheels here.
That's a big wheel.
That is a big wheel compared to, I got my daughter's skateboard here. This is one of her wheels. This is one of our wheels.
Wow.
So,
Ain't
you
nobody,
can tell by the footprint that, you're going to feel a little bit more comfortable riding on something like this right here, as opposed to something that is, like this here. Somebody that's 300 pounds will not get. They will not get on this, guaranteed. And yeah, and even I'm not 300 pounds, but I don't even feel comfortable on this thing. It might be because I've been on my product for so many years, but this right here, it's not for a long distance. It's not for a smooth ride. Our wheels kind of absorb a lot of the vibrations you get from skating, and it's a nice smooth ride. You don't have to worry about the little rocks and bumps and little things in the roads. So you can kind of just get out there and effortlessly just do what you want to do, which is exercise, which is a good core workout. And it's not made for developing muscles, but giving you that core workout and getting that cardio going, which is what a lot of people need, is just to stay healthy that way.
And you got people going back and forth to work on one of those dunk boards?
Yeah, I've got, there's a lot of guys that, especially down in the Miami area. So I'm in South Florida, and we have a lot of guys that just travel, back and forth. They've got the infrastructure to actually skate on a lot of sidewalks down there. But I do have one of my team members, he's doing about 20 miles a day. And, it's easy for him, and it's fun for him, and it's a good exercise for him. And actually, he kind of likes to show off anyway, so it kind of fits his whole demeanor and everything that goes along with him. I think you did show a picture of him with he was kind of kneeling down with the girl that had her bikini on in the background.
Okay, super. So, Stacy, would you be interested in doing some longboarding or on that donk board or something like? Cause you do the roller derby, right?
I'd definitely be interested.
Okay.
I've not skateboarded since I was 16, but I'm sure I could do it again. And if I had the money, I'd definitely get a donk board.
That's true. The modeling pictures and stuff, like I was talking to you before, I mean, Sarah and Stacy definitely make good models. for a particular market for those donk boards. What you think about that, Ronald?
It's an excellent market. You know, they're active. You know, they want to get out. They want to keep motivated. Well, I think one great thing with our product is you can go to a gym and do some cardio, but with our product, you can get out there and roam the streets, and you can see something different every single day. So it kind of keeps your motivation up a little bit higher, to where you're actually motivated to get out there and do something. And that's, you know, that's the kind of one pitfall for a lot of people is when they go to the gym, they get set in a routine where it's not as enjoying, you know, 3 months, 4 months down the road. They almost got to kind of force themselves to go. Where with me, I know I'm going to see something different every time I go out there. You know, it's I take a different route. I see something totally different. The weather conditions are totally different. It's just, you know, kind of like riding a bike. You know, you can get out there and basically have your transportation while having fun and enjoying outside. That's one thing a lot of people just don't do anymore. They don't get outside and play like they used to.
They don't.
That is true.
Yep, that is so true. So you have a photo shoot. Go ahead, Stacy.
So technology has taken over.
Yeah, technology's definitely taking over. You got a photo shoot or something coming up pretty soon, don't you?
I do. We've got one coming up probably in the middle of January. We're going to be down in the Miami area. I've got a video guy that's going to be shooting. You know, Miami, we always say Miami because it's got the classical scenes with the sidewalks there. It's got the tropical palm trees in the background. It's got the beach there. So we kind of picked that area because it's what a lot of people want to see when they think of South Florida. But we're going to be down in that area. In fact, there's a big roller derby team that always comes out for us. And those girls can hustle. I mean, they're curvaceous, but they can move. You put them on some wheels and they fly, and they almost kind of scare me because they can pass us up. Seems like doing about 20 or 30 miles an hour, but we always like enjoy them coming out and having a good time with us, and hopefully they'll be in the video with us this time.
Yeah, I definitely look forward to that. You do some roller derbying yourself, right, Stacy?
Yeah, I'm in training. The reason why we have speed is because it's one of the assessments is 25 laps in it's 27 laps in 5 minutes, and I've had to miss practice a little bit lately because of work, but they started training me on my time, and my first attempt I did 5 laps in 1 minute and 37 seconds, and I failed twice. And my second attempt, I did 6 laps in 1 minute and 35 seconds.
Wow,
so,
improvement.
I was definitely getting better with that timing, but my goal is to get 10 in a minute, and then I know I can pass that assessment. It's just building up to that.
I definitely feel you on that tip. Going back to Bass Queenz, what type of research have you been doing? Where did you come up with Bass Queenz, the name Bass Queenz for anyway, Sarah?
The plus size curvy girls, and bass is basically booty.
Yeah. I helped with it.
Okay.
So,
all right.
Because we're queens, and we got the bass.
we got a lot of bass.
You got the queens, and you got a lot of bass. Do you have any beauty secrets and health secrets that y'all ladies like to share with the audience?
Well, we have many, but right now it's going to be Live Chasing Dreams, my magazine that's slowly but surely coming along. I have a makeup that I've made myself. It's going to be Sarah Jane. It's basically lip gloss, eyeshadows, and some blush, but it's all natural ingredients. And they will be online next month for sale. So everything natural, so no chemicals. See how that goes.
Yeah, it's such amazing though how because looking at the photographs of y'all ladies, it is just amazing the transformation that ladies can actually go through when they really get the makeup and get the right shots and the right dresses and stuff like that. Who does your photography and stuff for y'all?
Several different people.
Several different photographers. I did a lot of promoting in Charlotte, and well, Well, it's a long story. It's definitely a timeline. It's just one gig after another. I just kept falling into meeting different people, and I actually scored the booking job for Carolina Portrait Photography Group. I did that for a good while in 2012, 2013. And I scored a bunch of shoots with them because I booked their models. That was fun.
Okay, all right. That's What about you, Sarah?
Well, I've been doing it for 13 years with several different photographers. Most of them have been like with Photo E Photography out of Charlotte and Foster Photography out of South Carolina. That's the main ones I've always worked with. They're usually about fashion for curvy girls. He's also done an introduction and sent in pictures with Cakes and Curves, so they work with a lot of curvy ladies.
Well, I've had a few couple of curvaceous ladies who I've talked to who's interested in getting into the curvaceous female model business. Do you have any recommendations that you would like to give them?
There's several agencies like in North Carolina right now that just promote plus size women. There's a website you could go to. It's plussizemodelagency.com, and they work really well with a lot of people, and it's no charge to you. It's just, send in your portfolio and they will set you up. I mean, they do really good with people, especially for the Carolinas. So.
Okay. What about yourself, Stacy? Do you have any photographer people that you would like to say that they do a real good job and stuff?
My recent photographer choice has been Drake Avenue Photography. He's a good friend of mine, and he's branched out into doing actual film photography. It's very beautiful. Let's see. I've worked with George Holt Photography. He's really good. A few of the shots you've seen today, in the satin black dress, he did those. And then there's Sunstream Photography, who did my steampunk shoot where I'm like this, and I'm wearing the hat. I really love their work, and I highly endorse people to want to shoot with them.
That's super. Ronald, you've seen it. Have you, on the video that we're shooting now, have you seen the pictures of the modeling pictures that they've that they've done?
No, but I want to.
Okay. All right. They'll be coming up pretty soon. They'll be coming up pretty soon. When they do, just let me know, just so that I'll be able to get your opinion on those pictures, and to let me know. Cause I was, like I said, it's those pictures. When I looked at them, I'm like, wow, ladies, y'all look like totally amazing, And I'm like, I'm sure a lot of these other ladies out there, when they look at these pictures, they're like, man, something, I want to look like that, And that's the whole point of being a plus size fitness model, is to bring encouragement, is to bring hope to those ladies and stuff out there who's just looking, who says, well, I just want to just get by. I can't lose no weight or anything, and I might as well just settle for whatever. But it's amazing when you upgrade your game, or do what you can do with what you got. You can take it to, you can compete with just about anybody, and that's what I see when I look at your pictures, Sarah and Stacy, is that they look so good, and like that's why I want to share it to other ladies and stuff out there. Say, hey, listen, ladies, get your game up, get your makeup right, dress and all that other dress, and get it all good, and you be like looking like absolutely wonderful. Now Ronald, he's already displayed the pictures, so I don't know if he's going to display anymore, but Ronald, what's the history of longboarding and skateboarding?
Longboarding and skateboarding has been around since the early 50s, 60s. It started out in Hawaii, basically, where there was a lot of surfers. When the surfers could not basically go out and surf on water, they created a way to do it on land. They basically took some roller skates, put it on a piece of wood, and basically did it on concrete out there.
What?
And that's how they originated that from what we have now. It started out as a toy and kind of progressed into what it is now, which is actually a sport. In a lot of different places, especially California, where just about 50% of all skaters live on the west coast of the United States. And that's where it really started. And it's gotten to a point now where there's a lot of places in the United States where you can't go and surf. You know, if you go to Idaho or Ohio, you can't surf there. So, you know, skateboarding has actually kind of taken off in these areas where you cannot, you know, unless you're on one of the coasts, like West Coast or East Coast, you cannot go surfing. So basically, skateboarding is actually kind of filling in the void to where these people that want to do something like that, and it's, you know, it started off being called sidewalk surfing. So this is where the term actually came from. So now we have this, and you pretty much you get the same type of core workout, which is a healthy workout. You know, you want to keep your cardio up, especially, you know, if you can't get out there and surf, you know, you have the alternative to do this now. And some people, that's all they know. They don't know anything about surfing, but they know about skateboarding and longboarding. And it's really become a big industry now. They've actually gotten into longboard marathons. We're going to be a part of it's a 24-hour skating event that they do once a year that we're going to be doing in Miami, where you get to skate for 24 hours to see how many miles you can put in. And, you know, it's just a personal best type thing. There's a guy out there that does over 200 miles every year in 4 hours, but, you know, we don't know how he does it because he doesn't eat, he doesn't go to the bathroom for 24 hours, and we don't see how we can just skate along for that much. But you know, to get out there and take a part of this, it's a growing, basically I call it almost kind of like a fad that's really going to take off to be something healthy.
Yeah, that's what I was figuring too. So that's the one thing I like. I'm thinking about longboarding. It reminds me when those romantic things, like in Italy when they in the Riviera and they taking the bundle of things and going like this, you know. Yeah. So it's, I mean, with next thing you know, they're gonna have maybe dunk board for 2 people, so you can actually take your girlfriend.
Yeah, we have a guy that does that though.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. Is it big enough for 2 people?
It is.
Okay, all right. So, you know, hey fellas, that's a cheap way to take your date out, you know. You can show what a real man is all about.
I have to throw in the cheap for it.
No, ladies, like, as long as it's Red Lobster or Olive Garden, we good. Or some Chimas if you live here in Charlotte. So like, yeah, $50 a plate, you know. I'm like, wow. That's good. But doing longboarding, especially with the pole that you use, it really works on your core and your chest. Am I right?
It does. It actually gives your upper body a nice, great. Having trouble here, but it gives your upper body a great core workout, and it actually gets your cardio going. And the one great thing I like about it is when you do this exercise with the land paddling, you really don't feel sore or tight. But like 2 or 3 days later, you see the side effects from it, where you can see that, you know, your body is transforming. And that's one thing I love about it. I mean, you know, if you went to the gym and didn't actually have pain, I think a lot more people would go. That's one other reason I think people stay motivated with this. Yeah. And you can cover some great distances with the land paddle, along with your feet also. You can use your feet at any time. Or you can, you know, alternate it back and forth. If you want to just use your legs, use your arms, you know, it can go either way there.
Do you have a carrying case that you can like strap it around your back?
We have one here, and I don't know if you can see this, but basically it will break in half to the point where you can almost put it right into a backpack.
Good.
And we do have another one, which is actually made out of aluminum, and it's a telescoping pole here. If I can get it into the screen here.
You look like a lightsaber.
Basically, you can extend it.
Go ahead, Obi-Wan.
And it goes from about 3'2" to about 6'4". So anybody in your family could use this. If you got somebody that's a different height than the other and they want to adjust it, they sure can. But I always tell my customers to start off with the most inexpensive one and then kind of upgrade from there. They all have different properties to it. They make them out of aluminum, carbon fiber, wood, rattan, all kind of different things. And they all have different properties to them.
That's good.
So, as long as you keep building your game up, you can, and I think it's an inexpensive sport to get into for exercising.
That's the predominant reason I'm looking at your Donk board, because it is big enough to accommodate someone who's in the 200 plus weight division, and at the same time they want to get outside, get some fresh air, get some sunlight, but you just get too bored with walking all the time. And like I said, I had back during the day, I had a few people say they wish they had bigger skateboards, because I made the recommendation they go up the hill and then they go down, they skateboard down the hill, and to them that was fun, and that helped them to stay consistent. Now if you had a roller skate, nobody really wants to roller skate up hills. That's a lot of hard work, but roller skating down hills, yeah, that's fun, because you feel like your body's just released and you're totally free, and that's why people like the skateboarding so much, is because that they get that complete sense of freedom, especially going down. And it's why you see them, they be holding on the cars and stuff.
Right. Oh yeah.
Be trying to do yeah, it's like crazy, but yeah, be doing that. And it's a total sense of freedom you got when you're on one of those long boards or when you skateboard it and stuff. And I think that a lot of people who are thick or who need to lose weight, it's just something that they can use in order to hit their fitness goals, whatever that is. And it's just like what Sarah and Stacy was saying, is that it's not so much about losing weight, or although that is part of it, is maintaining a fitness lifestyle, doing something every day that's going to keep you healthy, and exercising is just a part of it. Whereas that Sarah, she likes her leg pressing and everything with the competitions, and Stacy and everything, she likes the with the roller derby and everything for speed and everything. And it's also another thing, I'm going to you, Stacy. Tell me, since you call this blood wrestling, Stacy?
Blood wrestling, yes. That was back in 2009. I've not done it since then. But well, actually, no, I take that back. I did that in 2012. I did. I wasn't scheduled to wrestle. I was supposed to be DJing a set, and well, instead, a bunch of the girls got sick or something, and I had to go wrestle, and I had to go against my friend Tana, who was a 4-time black belt.
Wow.
She literally picked me up and threw me down, and well, after getting tired of being slammed down, I went for the knees, and well, I got her down, but she just picked me back up again and slammed me down. That shot right there is great. My friend she actually choked me with her scarf at that point. That's right before she choked me with her scarf, and then I got back up and got her. Yeah.
Y'all got scarves?
I like blood wrestling.
You like blood wrestling? Yeah, I bet you do.
It's basically like Jello and cornstarch.
That's so funny, like for real. That is, everybody got various means of which to keep themselves physically in shape, which is definitely that's something that's good. Now going back to you, Sarah, we got on the Base Queenz. It says calling all plus size ladies. New page on Facebook, IG, and website coming soon. Hot topics: beauty and fashion, diva mindset and relationships. What do each of us want of our life, our dreams, our hopes, thoughts, paths to success? LivingChaseDreams.com. Please join us on our new journey. Add pictures, share stories, events, business information. Live Skype radio, 6 p.m. Sunday. Check out Base Queenz at Surbroadcast.com. So that's for today. Let's go over here. We're talking about beauty and hot topics such as beauty and fashion. Could you tell us a little bit more about that, Sarah?
Basically, everyone, every female, no matter what your size, really wants fashion tips and makeup tips and hair tips, and with a little more on the plus size, it's a little harder to find fashion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, all the cute clothes are basically for size 8 and below.
Yeah, but since since you're here on the show today, could you give a call out for a shout out for some of the designers stuff of clothes that you like wearing for plus size females?
Well, like, especially Lane Bryant, since I've done their fall flyers or the trial tips.
They have their own clothes. Yeah, they have their own clothes line.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Cool.
Of everything, accessories, lingerie. They have an awesome selection. And then there's the Simply Be. It's all plus size, and it's up to date fashion, from everything to the I call it the tutu skirts that people are wearing these days. They have them all the way to size 30. So
you think we'd be able to get them in for a show, so that they'll be able to show some of the ladies out here some of their
I'll definitely try to contact them and see how that goes.
'Cause I'm sure a lot of ladies would be interested in seeing what type of clothes and stuff out there for plus size females, like, because y'all wearing some very good clothes. So that ladies might be interested in learning more about. Go ahead, what you were saying, Sarah?
Just with that, basically the only ones that I know that carry up to size 30.
Mm-hmm.
The only two that I can think of, but there are several on my Instagram page. We're getting a Base Queenz Instagram up sometime this week, and I'm gonna have all the links to more of the fashion accessories for plus size, because like most of the bracelets that are elastic that you can get at all the little whatnot stores in the malls do not fit most plus size women's arms or ankles or neck, like the chokers. They won't fit. So there's a place that's out of Florida and a place out of California. They've got together and made the jewelry like with the elastic. It's it's a lot bigger. It fits more people. It's accessoryplus.com, and I'm not sure the other website, but I can link that up to the Base Queenz page sometime later on.
Okay.
But they have a lot of things for accessories, which is awesome, since most people don't. Like, if you're not a size 0, it's not going to fit your wrist. Or even the rings. Like, most rings now are like the adjustable bands. A lot of those don't fit some plus size women, which is horrible. Everybody likes jewelry.
Yeah.
Okay, and what? And Stacy, yourself, you got any recommendations for type of clothes that plus size ladies out there might like to wear?
I go everywhere, and I rarely go shopping. I just use Sarah's stuff.
Okay,
I've probably got about 10 pair of her jeans from throughout the years in here. I've got over 40 pairs of jeans, and probably at least 10 of them are hers.
Yeah, where did you get that punk uniform? That one that you were you drunk like a gothic, the one with your boots and everything? Where'd you get that from? In your pictures? You like
in my pictures?
Yeah.
Oh, let's see. Wow, it's so hard to think. Alright, in my steampunk shoe, that dress came from, I think I got it from Goodies, 2008.
And great memory, because I would not remember that.
I've only worn that dress twice. I wore it to my grandfather's funeral, and
yeah, it's a gothic.
I wore it for that.
Oh my God. That's terrible. Terrible.
That's so dark. Alright, the satin dress I got from Dress Barn, actually, in Concord at Concord Mills. This is when I was working at Halo before it closed down. At Halo was coat check bar back and front door, and it was around New Year's. I needed something fancy to wear, and so I went and got that satin dress, and I still have it, actually.
Okay.
So Dress Barn is phenomenal for their outfits. Definitely the one in Concord Mills. I've not been in there a while, so I can't vouch for currently, but in my past experience, they're really great. They're very helpful to help you find accessories to go with it. Also, Cato's is really good. I've been to the one in Raleigh. They're very nice. They're very good with being helpful, helping you pick out jewelry and stuff to accessorize with your outfit. So those would be my top two. Would be the Dress Barn if you're looking for something a little nice. In Cato, they have casual to formal. So
Okay.
those are the top two right there.
The Photo Express.
Photo Express. But yeah, technically with my darker, I guess my gothic shoots,
Yeah, gothic
I
shoes.
can go anywhere.
Okay. Now, what's this thing about a diva mindset, ladies?
Diva mindset, it's just knowing who you are and knowing that you rock no matter what anybody else says. Because, who's going to live your life and pay your bills other than you?
Mm-hmm.
And,
That's
too many
right.
people let the world get down on them and they take the world's views and they just kind of let that morph their life. And it sucks, Diva mindset's knowing who you are and where you stand, and no matter what anybody thinks.
Or your size.
Or your size. Your size does not matter.
That's definitely true. Now, I know that when originally we were getting the show together, you was talking about Ronald Lewis's a taste for curvaceous women.
Yes.
Yes, Ronald. Could you tell us a little bit more about that?
It's just something I like. It's just, can you kind of cut me some here? Give me some details of what do you want to know?
Okay, all right. You got like my producer. He likes women that are the beauty pageant type, like you see in Miss America and whatever. And at work, me and my other friend, who happens to also be African American, we love our curvaceous women. We like them thick, hourglass figure and whatever. Kind of like Stacy and Sarah over there, And so when talking to you, I like, what is it about a curvaceous woman that really turns you on, Ronald?
I think it's just in my DNA. It's just it's just there.
My gosh. I don't know what it is neither. It's one thing. I can look at a what's quote skinny woman or whatever. I'm like, man, she look good like that. I look at a woman with curves and I'm starting to slobber, and I'm like,
Catch me?
yeah, you know what I mean? And I'm saying that's interesting. And I don't know if that's like more of a cultural thing, or I guess it is more of a cultural thing, or just more of like a DNA thing. But I find curvaceous women to be a lot more attractive than a lot of other women out there. And so I know that Sarah invited you on the show to comment on that, and so you've probably been thinking about it for a minute about what what you want to say. So we would all like to hear it.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep it tactful here. But I just do like the curves. They're kind of hard here to find in South Florida, but it's just, I grew up in Texas, and a lot of the Hispanic women there, they had a lot of curves, and I don't know if it was because of the diet or their culture or what, but it's just something I grew up with, something I enjoyed, something I liked. But I do like curves on a lady. I think it's just natural. I think if you get somebody that's not as curvaceous, I don't want to say they look like men, but they kind of almost get to that body profile, which you don't want to well, for me, I don't want to be with. I want to be with somebody that has those curves.
Right. I'm trying to understand a bit about myself and my fascination with curvaceous women as well. It's all right. I'm in the fitness training, working on 6-pack, big arms and everything. Everybody like, oh man, you in shape and everything. And it's like a lot of the ladies, they think, that quote I'm a player. I'm gonna put no comment on that one. But then they think that they think that the type of woman that I should be with should look like me. And I'm looking at you, okay? They maybe think that the type of woman that'd be with like you should be like a skinny mini, but we like our curvaceous females, you know? And a lot of people just don't realize that, you know, we like a woman that looks womanly, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I find that to be very interesting is the far that. So, when I look at a beauty pageant and stuff, I just see, you know, a lot of they got their own figure of what they think that beauty should be. But if they ever had a curvaceous beauty pageant, that would be something that would be very interesting to see. And we're not talking about somebody who's just thick or clinically obese. There is a difference. It's like what Stacy was saying at the very beginning. Stacy, what was you saying the difference between being obese and being curvy again?
The difference is the curves.
Yeah. Is it what
you know, waistline isn't always a part of it because, you know, we're all built different.
Mm-hmm.
Some of us got really tiny waistlines and, you know, curves elsewhere.
You know what I mean?
And some people, that waistline is a part of their curves, you know. It's just kind of, you know, you don't have to be, I mean, you can be curvy and not fit, and you can be curvy and fit, and then you've got obese, which is, you know, there really isn't any curves, and there's definitely no showing of enjoyment of fitness.
Yeah, drive.
I mean, you gotta have drive. So that's the difference is, you know, you can be curvy and healthy, and you can be plus size and curvy and healthy, and then there's obese, and that's definitely no curvy and definitely no healthy.
Okay, all right. See, I couldn't say that. I have to let that come from a woman's mouth in case somebody wanted to get somebody in trouble. You know what I'm saying? So,
Hey, I mean, I just say it like it is. I'm not, you know, hating on anybody. I don't hate on anybody, you know. But I mean, that's just what it is down. It's the bottom of the line.
yeah, that's true. That's why I said it's curvaceous women, because y'all are definitely curvaceous women. I know, Sarah, you was doing research on beauty pageants. What have you come up with that so far?
There is one at Miss Plus Size America. We are the only country that only has one plus size pageant. We really do not cater to the plus size women. In today's society in America, the perfect body on a woman is size 5 to today's stands, and in 1950 it was size 14. So we have extremely changed.
Yeah.
So I don't know what happened there.
Yeah.
Maybe anorexia kicked in. I don't know.
I definitely. Go ahead.
I don't know, but like in the Marilyn Monroe phase, she was size 14 when she started. I mean, she did go down to a size 12, and that's everybody's big motto. Everybody wanted to be like Marilyn Monroe. And in today's society, they say that size 5 is the perfect size as well.
Yeah, I like me some Marilyn Monroe.
Size 5 is very small.
Size 5 needs some tacos.
Size 5 is like what most the average third grader wears.
I hear you. So let me say,
crazy.
I hear you. So, you's interested in doing a beauty pageant, right, Sarah?
I've looked into it, and I have a few sponsors to try to attempt it. I was late on the deadline for this year. You had to have it in by June. So next year it's starting out for July. For the 2016. The entry fees start at $700. And I think the total cost of everything was $1,500 to get in the pageant. But if you win, it's grand prize of $20,000, and you get sponsored through every state in the U.S. for plus size.
Okay, this is what I'm saying. I mean, I like curvaceous women. Ronald, you like curvaceous women, right? Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
Is there any reason why we couldn't all pull our talents and resources together and with the Base Queens to see about putting on our own beauty pageant for curvaceous women, so we can show people what that would look like? What you think about that, Ronald?
That's easy done. And one thing you haven't asked me about is the origination of my company name.
Okay, what's the origination of the company name?
Well, have you ever heard of Donk?
Oh, we got to hear this. Come on, hold on, go ahead.
Donk. Have you ever? I don't know if that's a term they use in the Carolina area.
That's your butt.
But yeah, there you go. I think I'd be a great sponsor, honestly.
Okay, so you hear that definitely. You hear that, Sarah. You got somebody who'd be interested in sponsoring the type of females that a lot of us men, as a certain large percentage of us men, like to look at. I mean, they got literally hundreds of pages on Facebook of men that like curvaceous women. Am I right?
Sounds like you've done your research.
Yeah, they got a lot of that. Why? If you, yeah, you look, most women out there are curvaceous. They don't look like Miss America or Miss Universe and stuff. The regular average female out there is about Stacy and Sarah's size. They got that form, or even more curvaceous. But I mean, it's definitely out there. Yeah, and it'd be a wonderful way in order to promote what the Base Queenz is all about, and giving it a year time, and it'd also be a wonderful way in which to promote about what donk boarding and getting in fitness and what you call it's all about. What y'all think about that?
Sounds like an awesome plan.
Sounds great.
Yeah. Now I'm talking about, because a lot of times every beauty pageant needs sponsors. So you got what you call it for exercise and for fitness. You got sponsors. You got donk boards and stuff. You got these beautiful curvaceous models. Are you single by any chance, Ronald?
Yes, I am.
Say. I mean, think about this, okay? You sponsoring a beauty pageant, and you got beautiful curvaceous women from all over North Carolina, maybe even the country that you can choose from, okay? Sending in applications and whatever. We're talking about when you're having your shoots. When you're having your shoots over there in Miami, in wherever you're shooting them and stuff like that, you tell people to say, we're going to be putting on a beauty pageant sometime next year. We're looking for interesting applicants and whatever. Send in your pictures to us or whatever. We can go over and whatever, and we can see about making that happen. Now, Sarah, doesn't that sound like a good idea, Ronald?
Yeah.
Okay. This is the thing though. Just the entry fee for your beauty pageant that you had to get into was how much? Was how much, Sarah?
$700 for the entry fee.
Well, and you're not even guaranteed to win, and they're asking $700 straight up the price.
And then when you get there, you have to pay for hair and makeup and everything under the blue sun. So it's extreme.
If somebody don't want to make that money, please. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You can put on a beauty pageant, with the correct sponsorship and stuff like that. And you can have these plus size females who's curvaceous come in, and you can even pick up a major TV station or something when you get enough people watching it and stuff to pick that up and put it on a regular TV thing or something. But it's just something that needs to be done. But it's just like when you started off with the donk boards and everything. Did you have any idea it's going to be such a big success, Ronald?
No, sure didn't.
You didn't. You got people, DMX and all these other stars or what you call like that has a donk board or whatever. But it starts off with just a simple idea, simple crazy idea. You put some time and you put some effort into it, and it manifests. We all feels like that curvaceous women out here, as far as beauty, is being understated. Am I correct?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's being understated. Even you even tell me, but you even told me, then, Sarah. You said a lot of time when you're taking photos and stuff, the woman who's skinny is making as much money, is making more money than the woman who's curvaceous. Am I right?
That's true. The average plus size model starts out like from $50 and up for a shoot, and the so-called skinny start at $200 and up. Okay. So you have to have experience to get started off at $200 and more in plus size world.
And that's all I'm basically saying is that you got to monopolize the demand for it, just like what Ronald did. See, there was a lot of guys out there that thought about big skateboards with the big wheels and everything like that, just like you hip up, just like you pimp your car. Now he's pimped a skateboard or whatever, and and it really looks real nice. But he's the only one who put the follow through on that to make it such a success. But because he understood that first that there was a need out there, and then he also understood that there is a demand. There was a need out there for his skateboard. Because a lot of people was getting tired of being on a little thing for those little skateboards and falling off of it stuff. But people still like the benefits of being able to exercise. He looked at the thing about people, what was going on in the hip hop community and everything, and he put that into there, and it became a hit. And especially the thing with the big wheels. The same thing with the big wheels. If you look at the cars. People like the big wheels on the cars. Okay, now he's got something that is help people to become physically fit, and people out there is a growing demand for what he got. And it's the same thing for the beauty pageant. There is a need for a curvaceous woman to feel like that they're being honored by the community and stuff out there, for being the shapely person that they are. Now it's just a matter of just getting the word out to other people who feels like me, who feels like Ronald, who feel like a few people of mine, a few friends of mine at the job and stuff like that. It says, hey, we got this beauty pageant going on for curvaceous women. Why don't you check it out? Check it out on the broadcast thing. You send it in. We can even get the contestants on our show for Surbroadcast for Health Awareness Talk. We can even get the contestants on our show and interview them on the show for the beauty pageant. And have people and whoever calls in for that is like a vote or something like that, and that's how we determine who's going to be in the pageant and who's not. Just from the popularity type of thing. I mean, there's a lot of different ways that we can actually go about making this curvaceous beauty pageant thing actually happen for it to be beautiful, for it to be beneficial at us all. And like Sarah was saying before, how many plus size fashion clothes people that you know of again, Sarah?
I mean, there's quite a few out there, but not that many that go up all the way to size 30 or beyond. Most of them stop at like size 20. There's a lot of women that are beyond that. So, I mean, there's not too many. Like my photo shoots, 9 times out of 10, I made my own outfit because I couldn't find what I wanted.
There you go. That's exactly what I'm...
So, it's extreme.
It's a bunch of mix and match.
And then also with the fitness, there's a high demand for fitness videos with longboards for plus-size women. There's a new fad on the East Coast. I don't know about the West Coast. People that do a whole workout with a skateboard, like LeAnn, do their sit-ups and everything. Plus-size women need a video.
Okay. And I found actually a few plus-size videos. A few plus-size dance videos. They're really cute and simple. I believe I shared a few on our Facebook page. And because I found those because I was looking for things for my little group I'm working on. It's pretty much a support group for people that want to work out and they're not exactly motivated. So I came up with Operation Gladiator. It's just fitness for survival. I got the idea because a lot of people talk about the zombie apocalypse and what if it did happen? Wouldn't you want to be fit and ready to take on some zombies? Because I'm not getting my brains eaten. I want to live. So fitness for survival, and it's just a bunch of fun. And so I'm building a group, and it's on Facebook. You can look it up. Operation Gladiator, fitness for survival, and basically it's people that want to stay connected and motivated with their workouts. Basically, we share how our workouts are going, what we're doing, and I just find videos to add every day to keep people motivated.
Oh wow, that sounds like a super thing. I guess you're not gonna. I guess everybody better have their roller skates and their dunk boards ready, huh?
Yeah.
That way ready to roll.
We working on the legs so you can run.
Yes, that way that they'll be able to go. Yeah. All right, going back over to the beauty pageant part about it again. Ronald, can you help us out? Do you know any curvaceous female models that we can add with the base queens so we can get this beauty pageant thing started?
Say one more time. You're kind of
Actually,
breaking up a little bit.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me, Ronald?
I can hear you now.
Okay, super. Do you know any female curvaceous female models who we can add to the base queens to help this beauty pageant so we can get this beauty pageant thing together?
I think I do.
Okay. They say as it goes, the more the merrier.
Right.
The more people we
Yeah.
can get together for this, the better. It's hopefully we can get this done by sometime next year. But what we're actually looking is to get as many applicants as possible to become, part of the base queens, and that way we can start building their portfolio, advertising them, and letting them know what they're all about in order to increase viewership and to really get a demand for what's going on. Now, have you seen any of the pictures on the show tonight, Ronald?
Oh yeah, I saw. Yeah, I did. I did.
Okay, so you did see some of the female pictures, right?
Oh yeah,
Okay, so how did they look to you?
it looked amazing.
Didn't they though? Yes, yes. Now, imagine doing a show like this, okay, and now we having contestants just like those pictures being shown while we talk about health and fitness topic, beauty topics and stuff like that for our viewers to look at. Now, isn't that pretty good?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, so that's what I'm talking about. Is they look at people like Sarah, they look at people like Stacy, they'll look at the contestants as those pictures are being shown throughout the entire show, and everybody's going to find a couple of ones that they really like, and from there, when we actually do the pageant and everything, we're going to get a lot of viewership, a lot of sponsorship, and you take it from there. I mean, shoot, even if you're charging $200 a head for the show, when we actually do have it, you got 20 people. That's how much? 4Gs.
Yeah, 4,000.
That's $4,000, and that's just off of 20 people. Just starting off. So that's pretty. That's something that we can be, and everything that we can give for them. I mean, they getting pictures, they getting advertisement. I mean, it's definitely a lot of stuff. So I really want you to get together with Sarah, Ronald, and I'll also get together with. I want you to get together with Sarah and with Stacy, because Stacy, she's also a DJ. She used to do some DJing and stuff. So yeah. Shout out for you too. And of course we got Sarah with the magazine, and we're gonna all get together to see what we can do to make this happen.
and the new makeup. The makeup
And
is
the
coming out
makeup.
in January. It's Sarah Jane.
Okay,
Operation Gladiator.
we got about
Get it.
we got about 3 minutes before the show's out over with. So anything y'all like to say? I'll start off with you, Sarah.
It was an awesome show. Hope everyone got a lot of info, and we'll repost all of the sites for the plus size fashion, the boutiques, and everything for all the base queens. Get it out there, and the Instagram page will be up this week also.
Right, that's super.
Right. And my Derby team actually has open invitationals, so if there are any Derby ladies in the Charlotte area interested in going to an open invitational, it's going to be January 18th. You can look it up on Facebook. It's called Beat Down at the Barracks.
Wow, beat down at the barracks. Okay, and you Ronald?
Well, I just want to thank you for having me, and I think, like I've always known, that longboarding and my product is a great thing for exercising, and getting that core workout. I think with the pageant that you are suggesting is going to be a great idea. And I've known Sarah for a while, and she's always got that mindset to get things going, and she's got the determination. And I think she's got the right attitude for everything. So I know if we put all of our heads together, we can get everything going here like it should be, especially before next year. Yeah, I would even think by the summertime.
Yeah. Well, it depends. So everything's truly dependent on the amount of contestants. No contestants, no show. So so we got to get the people in order to make that happen. You got to have a product, right?
Oh yeah.
And the product
Yeah.
is the people. So that's what we really have to work on, and finding other curvaceous females willing to pull their resources together to make this show happen that will benefit curvaceous women everywhere. Okay, give us your contact information, Ronald, please.
contact, my website is www.donkboard. That's DonkBoard.com. DonkBoard is my Facebook page, my Instagram, and my Twitter. You can reach me anyway. You can reach me at info@donkboard.com if you've got any specific questions about the product. And love to have you if you know of any big events in your area, whether it be a curvaceous modeling type of setting, photography, a skating event, a longboarding event. I'd like to be there, especially in the Carolina area. I've got a lot of customers up that way, so I'm ready to come y'all's way. So just let me know.
That's super. What about you, Sarah? Contact information?
Contact on Facebook is the Base Queenz page. Then also my email and everything. Website is Live Chasing Dreams. That's pretty much it.
And you, Stacy?
I can be reached at Base Queenz page as well. I also have a fan page, Stacy Nicole. It's attached to my Facebook, so find Sarah, you'll find me. You won't be able to search me. And then I have a side project, a blog that I'm working on called Words Anchor. And I'm hoping to get the website up for that by February.
Okay, super. Everyone, y'all did a wonderful job today, and I want everybody out there to have a wonderful night. Thank you. This is
Thanks
Health
for
Awareness
having
Thank
Talk.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Health Awareness Talk.